After 5 races down, 2 races remain in season 1 of the Amsoil East Series, and we are here at Toledo, Ohio, for race number 6 on the season, and we are set to find out who will still have a title shot next week at New Smyrna. Back-to-back races for the East Series, 2 races to go. Who will leave here as the podium? With the points being very, very tight. It is the General Tire delivers 200 at Toledo Speedway for the Amsoil East Series. What's up, everyone? It's the boy on race 97 King Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Toledo, Ohio, and Toledo Speedway. And we are here for race 6 on the season. And for the second race in a row, we are kind of in the Ohio Valley. We were at IOP a couple of weeks ago, and now we are here at Toledo. And for Boston, this has been a fantastic championship battle, and we have 5 drivers separated by 4 points. Only with 2 races remaining, and then overall we have 8 drivers left, still with a shot of 2 races to go.
Yes, Nathan, it has been a very competitive, tightly close, packed season. Rather, hello everybody, welcome to Toledo. It has been very cool to be up here in the booth for the past 6 races. But remember, we still have one more race after this at New Smyrna, which should be, as you like to say, an absolute banger. So should this be, as well as the whole season, for a matter of fact. With that points battle, with the great races, with the closely packed mid-pack racing that we've had, everything has just added up to a very, very entertaining season, hasn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, without doubt, that has been the story of the East Series for sure. We've done 5 races, 5 different winners, and we've done 5 races and the points are just as tight as I've ever seen it for a series on the channel. It kind of helps that it is only a 7 race series, but the West Series has been dominated by one guy and one Garcia this season through the first 6 races. Over here has not been the case for the East Series, and I have loved it. Here, all the points entering the race number 6 on the season. Seth Cole has a 2 point lead over Shaylin Duff and Chase Harris. Elijah Gordon and Jason Abbott are tied for fourth, 4 points behind. Anyone in those drives could easily leave here as point leader. And here Joe Alonso is 6 points, 12 points behind. Jack Haas is 7th, 13 points behind. And Nick Lopez is also 13 points behind, tied for that 7th place spot. Those 8 have a realistic shot, and that is a lot more than what I expected with 2 races to go. Half the field should have a shot. Matthew Bennett 19 points behind, Silva 19 points behind at the top 10. They are only 1 point outside of the max point range that you can get in the race is 18 points, and they are 19 points behind. If they have a good one, then we could have 10 drivers with a shot at Toledo. Owen Miles is 11th, minus 22. Connor T, minus 22. And 12th, Eric Monaco. And 13th, minus 31. Reese Michaels in 14th, minus 32. Justin Perez in 15th, minus 34. And then Kenneth Miller in 16th, unfortunately 35 points behind. So really, it's been a case where we've had the top 8 been really good, and then 9th through 12th have been pretty solid. Not great, but solid, and then unfortunately 13th through 16th have had a rough season. Boston, with the points being so tight still with the top 8, and really the top 5, what do you think will happen here at Toledo?
It's kind of hard to answer that question because points have fluctuated, especially in the later part of the season. They fluctuated so much, so where drivers like Jack Haas, who were in contention of the points lead early in the season, around round 4, have dropped to 8th place in the points. So drivers like Brad Stover, who is on pole position for the first time this season here at Toledo, will try to upset and get back those points so that he can be in the points battle in time for New Smyrna here in one race time.
Yeah, for sure, it's going to be very interesting on what ends up happening here at Toledo. A great half-mile track, but the two differences between Toledo and New Smyrna is one, New Smyrna is wider than Toledo. Very narrow, short track here, and second off, New Smyrna, I believe, has a little bit more banking than Toledo, so that might also play into a factor here today. Brad Stover is on the pole, and alongside him, Shane runs off second in the point standings. Nick Lopez in third, Jason Albert in fourth, fifth in the point standings. Chase Harris, most recent winner, starts fifth. He is still in the point standings. Kenneth Miller in sixth. Justin Perez in seventh. Pedro Alonso in eighth. He's sixth in points. And right now, the top 10 is the number 12 of Colin Teague and the number 06 of Seth Cole, the post of the points leader. And with that being said, these 16 laps are going to roll off here at Toledo Speedway. 50 laps on tap as always this season. And with 2 races to go, who do you think will win here at Toledo?
I'm going to go with my gut, and once again, I'm going to go with pole position. Brad Stover, I think that he's in a really good position, not only to grow a gap here at a track like this, here at Toledo, but also so that I can keep my streak of being correct here in the East Series alive. Nathan, 50 laps, as you said, the fans are very excited. We're very excited. The drivers are very excited. Coming off of turn number 4, you know what to do. Head into the start-finish line.
Here we go, kicking off 2 days of an awesome action at Toledo, Ohio, and Toledo Speedway. We are going for flag racing for the General Tire Dealers 200, and we are going for flag racing for the East Series with 2 races to go. Stover will lead lap number 1. He watches up a little bit, and 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, but he will lead lap number 1 and get a bonus point towards the championship. And here comes Nick Lopez in the 48, going to take second away from Winslow. And the outside lane is not really want to be here at Toledo.
That's very evident, as we've seen the 20 of Shane Wensloff. He's falling back. He got up there on that outside, and he has not been able to escape it. Meanwhile, Nick Lopez started P3. He's made his way to P2 and is chasing down the leader, the 55 of Brad Stover. Chase Harris there in the 44 rather. He's also chasing everybody toe-to-toe here in the turn. And it is still a single file battle here. Oh, now we have a battle almost for P3. Yes, Colin Teague in the 12, now side by side there with Chase Harris. Yes, still side by side. Brad Stover out of 4 will lead another lap.
Great battles all over this racetrack with the 16-car field. Teague is going to get past Chase Harris for that 3rd spot. Colin Teague, he's just going for a race victory here today, as he is 12th in the point standings, 22 points behind. Needs a lot of help to have any shot. Next we got New Simona, and right now Brad Stover, he's kind of in that same boat, 10th in the point standings, needs a good one to have a shot next week. And Lopez in the same boat, 8th in the point standings.
Seems like Teague has a much better short run car. He's very fast from the jump. Lap 7, he is already making up positions, and now side by side once again. This time with Nick Lopez, he's stuck up on that outside, and Colin Teague will use that to his advantage, running that inside line, and he will run down the leader as he moves comfortably into P2, and now he sets his sight on the 45 TRD Camry.
That's the interesting thing about this track, and the thing that has been the Jackal or Hyde all season long is, do you want to have a short one color or a long one color? Because with only 16 colors, there's a good chance that these races can and possibly could go caution free. So I don't know if you would really want to have a short one color. I think you would want to have a long one color, but have to see what ends up happening here. As here we go, Winslow and Harris, 2nd and 3rd in points bound for the 4th spot, and these two are technically tied entering this race. 58 points in total, and Winslow is going to take that spot away and be 1 point ahead of Chase Harris. And where's Seth Cole at? He is in 9th, so it will be Winslow as the point leader as things stand.
That was a crucial pass because every point matters, every pass matters, especially when you're in a position like Shane Wenslow and you're collecting as many points as you can towards that battle. But it seems like Seth Cole just can't escape this mid-pack battle there with the 0-2 of Elijah Gordon. He's the Richmond winner, I believe, and now Colin Teague is now the one on the outside. Nick Lopez tries to run the inside, side by side for P2 here, and Wenslow is loving this as he is closing, and also Brad Stover is loving this as he is running away with this lead, almost a second lead, a 7/10 lead here on going into lap 14, and Nick Lopez will clear. Yes,
finally,
he will.
Yep.
Barely, but now he clears, and now here comes Shane Wenslow with the send coming into turn 2, and now he's going to get side by side with Colin Teague. Teague's still on that outside, and he just cannot escape it. And Shane Wenslow will actually pass him before the straightaway, and we have a new person into P3, and that is Shane Wenslow.
Oh, but wow, Wenslow's twice doing a slide drop, you know, he was already clear, and now Teague's trying to get that. Stover goes way wide out front. But he's going to keep the lead easily. But he's going to lose a 10th to Nick Lopez in the number 48 machine. Things starting to calm down a little bit. Almost single file throughout the entire field. But Teague running a little bit lower than what Wenzloff is doing. We might have a battle for third again. And here we go. Teague and Wenzloff part 2.
Oh, Teague's put that send, the same send that Wenzloff put on him. And now Teague will clear for P3. The battle continues. No, Wenzloff just uses the way outside. And here comes the one of Matthew Burnett. A pretty forgettable season from him, but he is still trying to claw his way to whatever position he can. Let me pose a question to you this, Nathan. What if Brad Stover wins this race? I know we're only 19 laps in, going into 19 laps in, but what if he wins today? What would that look like going into New Smyrna?
Well, Stover is leading right now. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Wow.
An engine problem for Shane Wenzloff. No smoke, but an engine goes south on Wenzloff on the toy machine.
Wow, that is huge for the points position. That is huge for the point standings, and that is huge for his season. Unbelievable.
That is major for the point standings, and now that's probably going to officially take Wenzloff out of contention. And now we have to worry about Chase Harris. He can easily gain in the point standings, and as of now, Chase Harris is in 5th, and because of what happened, Seth Cole has fallen all the way back to last. He's 15th, so easily, as things stand, Chase Harris will be the point leader next week.
Wow. Disaster for Wenzloff, disaster for Cole, but all this, and this is beautiful for Chase Harris. This is all he wants to see as we almost near halfway. Stover goes a little bit wide, but honestly, he does not need to worry about that. A little over a second lead, but mainly this battle that we're focusing on, the 12 and the 1, this is starting to heat up, and Lopez behind them is loving this.
Yeah, but not all of the back bumper of Colin Teague, and back to the question you asked me before, that engine went south on the number 20 machine. The way things stand, the top 4 are all drivers that need to go 1-2 today. Lopez, Burnett, Stover, and Teague are all 8th, 9th, 10th, or 12th on the point standings. So this could really shake things up, but they might have a shot going into New Smyrna. I don't know how much of a shot based off how many points behind they are, but they might at least have a shot for the title halfway through, and the general title delivers 200. Gonna quickly see, and Wenzloff is still on pit road on that number 20 machine. As you notice now, he's back out. Gonna have to see of how slow he ends up being, but that is very unfortunate for that number 20 of Shane Wenzloff. And now, if will Eric Monaco in the 15 or Stover in the 55 do you worry a little bit?
I believe so. I think that the job on the 20 crew to get him back out on track was phenomenal, because if he had sat on pit road for even a little bit longer, his chances of picking up some valuable points would be gone. I mean, even now, his chance for picking up valuable points are gone, heading on to lap 30, but he's just going to do whatever he can to save those points. I mean, there's no more trying to get points. It's just rather to save the impact of what's lost today. Chase Harris under pressure from the 10 of Jason Albert. This might be a big battle in the making. Harris throws a block down the backstretch for the inside line. He's going to wash up track. Here comes Albert to the inside, coming onto the front stretch, side by side, going into 1. And I can already see that this is going to be Albert winning this battle. He has the inside line. It's worked all day long. And going into turn 3, Jason Albert clears for that position. Chase Harris all up the racetrack. And is Stover losing the lead?
So, ever so slightly. Stover might not have a long one cut, but Burnett might have a long one cut here in this number 1 machine. Whipping that second lane, and that might be working out for him. It's about the same last time by, but Burnett might have a better long one cut than Stover. Back to Albert. Albert was 5th in points, 4 points behind. Chase Harris was 2 points behind, and third, the way that Cole is at the moment, I think this could be the battle for the new point lead between Albert and Chase Harris. Seth Cole is still in 15th place.
Wow. That's huge for the point situation at the moment. And just up the road ahead of Stover, this could be difficult. That is the 20 of Shane Wensloff, who sat on pit road for quite some time for a few laps to fix that engine. And I don't think that their work job has done much to save that 20 from losing ground, as he is visibly much slower. But I assume that's going to happen when you have major engine issues. But we'll have to see, as we saw the gap for the lead shrink from 0.6 to just under it. So this might be something in the making with just a little over 10 laps to go here at Toledo. Nathan, what could we see?
Well, we could see between either help each other or hurt each other here. Wensloff is going much slower by like half a tenth, so that engine damage is definitely affecting him. They might have fixed it enough to go back out on track, but it's visibly affecting that toy machine, and have to see what ends up happening here. Burnett gains a little bit again last lap. Just over 10 laps to go. And what will happen here? Stover trying to get past his teammate Wensloff, as Burnett is really closing in now.
Wensloff hogs the inside line. That's going to cause Stover to back it up there on the inside and all over the back bumper. Here comes Matthew Burnett, and Wensloff is still going to hog the inside. Stover's going to try and get up the track using the bumper, and he's going to do just that, but it was just a little late because here comes Matthew Burnett, who was chasing him down for such a long time. He needed something like this, and he finally got this. We have a new battle for the lead here at Toledo with just 8 laps to go, and I believe that we will see a good finish here between the 55 and the 1 if things go as they show.
9 laps go, 8 to go at the line. Stover and Burnett. Stover goes wide, Burnett to the inside. Here we go. Burnett's had a pretty good season. 4 top 10s, 1 top 5. Trying to get a second top 5 on the season and leave here with any kind of shot at the championship. Same with Stover, but it will be Burnett taking the race lead here at Toledo.
This is going to be a great battle unless the 1 has just saved up his stuff and Stover's been burning it just to grow on that gap, only to lose it to his own teammate, the 20 of Shane Wensloff. Colin Teague there, he's lurking in the back. Nick Lopez contact with Shane Wensloff. They keep it going, but that was a very hairy situation that could have gone disastrous for both of those drivers. And the 1 has put up a 1.5 car length lead. And Teague, is he closing just a little bit?
I think Teague is slightly closing in that number 12 machine. I think he's going to run out of time, but impressive late race showing from Colin Teague in his number 12 machine. 4 laps to go. Burnett and Stover still really close. I think Burnett might have wasted his stuff, and now it might be pretty even on tires wise between Stover and Burnett. 3 laps to go at Toledo. Caution free race probably should not have been, based off of what has happened with Shane Wensloff and what drama he has caused. Burnett slowly pulling away late in the going with 2 laps to go.
We've seen in these East races that it is not over until it is over. We've seen races where the leaders have washed up so high up the racetrack that P2 have been able to get them here late in those races. But onto the backstretch, Matthew Burnett, I believe in the first race here of this season, as we come off of turn number 4, the white flag is in the air. Matthew Burnett was in a position in P2. He lost it just barely here at the beginning of the season, and with the second to last race of the season, he is going to be able to close it.
A clutch win from Burnett. Gonna have to see of how many points he does gain, but Burnett gets my number 1 on the season for the number 1 machine. Still in second, and Colin Teague in third. Nick Lopez in the 4th position. Jason Albert in 5th. Chase Harris in 6th. Albert was 2 points behind Harris, so I think Harris might have a 1 point lead over Jason Albert, I believe. That's how things will stand. Elijah Gordon with a bad one here today. Alonso with a bad one today. And Seth Cole with an obvious bad one here today. Jack Haas got ninth, so he did venture ahead of Alonso and Seth Cole. I think it's going to come down to Harris, Albert, Haas, and maybe some of these guys that got a good one here today, like Burnett and Silva. I'm not entirely sure, but what a race here at Toledo caution free, but it did not disappoint.
Stover and Burnett, those drivers, like them, did everything that they needed to. They ran a great race, great clean race, stayed out of everybody's way for the most part. I'm looking at you, Shane Wensloff, but those drivers did what they needed to. They had a great race, and for some, collected much valuable points. Brad Stover, with the points position that he was in, it was either make or break this race, and he definitely made it. And we'll have to see after we import the finishing results to see what the point standings looks like. But Nathan, going into New Smyrna, the final race of the season, and after seeing a race like this, oh my gosh, anything is possible.
We've seen this season has been one for the record books with how tight the points have been. And I think the way that today went is going to change some things here. And here we go. I am right. It will be a 1 point advantage for Chase Hills over Jason Albert. That is basically nothing. I would like to point out that Jason Albert is the only driver to have 6 top 10s throughout the first 6 races. The great job for him. Seth Cole and Elijah Gordon are going to be tied for 3rd, 6 points behind. 9th is Nick Lopez. 5th is Nick Lopez, 9 points behind. 6th is Shane Wensloff, 10 points behind. Matthew Bennett and Brad Silver will be tied for 7th, 11 points behind. And then Jack Haas, 9th, 14 points behind. 10th is Alonso, 16 points behind. And around at the top 11 is Colin Teague, 17 points behind. So realistically, the top 11 out of 16 drivers should have a shot. But I think it's really going to come down to Harris, Albert, Cole, and Gordon. I think those are the main 4. Next we got New Smyrna, but we are in for a show at New Smyrna.
Absolutely. With everything that we've seen with the points battle, with how the races can go that we've seen, Nathan, this is a points battle that we will remember. I know I've said that with the Truck Series and the Cup Series and all the major series that we've done, but truly, this is a huge finale that will go all the way to the wire. And I don't think we have seen something like this ever, and if not, in quite some time. This is going to be something special to remember.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've had some races come down to the wire, and we've had some titles come down to the wire, but we've not had a championship this tight in a while on the channel, and this is why I love Strictly Points Championships. This is why I did this in Season 4 of Cup and Trucks. This is why I'm doing this again for Season 5. Obviously, I'm doing the chase, but playoffs still, so gonna come down to points at the end of the season still, and a great championship. And next we got New Smyrna, which if you have not seen New Smyrna, you are in for a treat. And it's gonna come down to the very last lap between Harris, Albert, Gordon, Cole, maybe Lopez, maybe Wensloff still, but I think it's really gonna come down to that top 4, all with the 6 points of each other. And you guys will find out next week here on the channel for the season finale and part of NS Racing 97 Speedways. It's gonna be fun. We have 10 events in 11 days, and this series will be race number 2 of Speedways on Tuesday, February 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Amsoil 200 at New Smyrna. We will crown ourselves a East Series champion, and we'll have to wait and see if who gets the job done. Thanks for Boston for joining me up here in the booth as always this season, and congratulations to Burnett on getting the win, and Until next one next week to crown ourselves the East Series champ, we'll see you guys down in Florida. Bye!
Bye bye.